Hello and welcome to Maverrik Live. I'm your host Luke Teo, and today I'm joined by Josh Ramirez.
Hello everybody.
After our wonderful talk last time, I think we really got the pantomime vibe out. So if you're new to this, essentially we went live before. Now we're on live again. What happened was our streaming service updated itself, and it defaulted to a microphone which didn't actually have any audio on. So we had a wonderful little discussion about these examples, which we're going to go through again, just for the sake of anyone who was watching beforehand. These are the top social selling examples. So do you want to give us a brief rundown of social selling, Josh?
Yeah, so social selling is basically selling, but just on social media. So obviously you have cold calling, which is selling, but we use LinkedIn to sort of leverage that. So
using social platforms and using communication in a better way to sell, essentially.
Yeah.
So instead of just connecting, pitching, and just cold calling, we talk to it, we engage an audience.
It's all about building relationships, not just jumping in, not picking up the phone and dialing 100 people.
Exactly.
Just building those relationships through social channels.
Our first example we've got here is leveraging content for engagement. So if you are looking to have an engaged audience, what you need to do is be posting content. You need to be engaging with other people's content. It's all about content. You see it all the time. But the reason why we do it is because we need to show people our faces on any of the social media channels. So if you're liking someone's comment, you can do that too. You can like someone's post, you can comment on their posts, and if you keep doing that and you're showing your face around to them, they're going to be more likely to accept you as a connection if you're on LinkedIn, to talk to you, and it's just a good way of showing your face to people, essentially.
And it also shows that you're a specialist in your field. If you're posting constantly about what you're preaching, then when people need your advice, maybe 6 months down the line, then you'll be the first one.
As long as it's valuable, because otherwise, if you're just posting about lampshades and you don't sell lampshades, and be like, why do you talk about lampshades so much?
Yeah,
that's because I can see it right behind you.
Or if you talk about lampshades for 6 months and then you just want to sell something to do with social selling.
Yeah, we're trying to sell a sales course, and all you do is talking about our lampshades behind us, But it's a good way of showcasing that you are open for discussion, like you said, you're a thought leader. And it's a great way of introducing yourself. The best way to obviously get your face out there is by posting content, and it can be tough, it can be daunting, because what do you talk about? You can talk about yourself. You want it to be. A lot of people get caught up on the professionalism of it all. They don't feel like, oh, I can't post this because it's nothing to do with a business, or it's not an offering. It's like, that's not the point. The point is to get people to see who you are, what you're about, and how much you love and.
And you're not just someone who churns out business after business posts. You are actually enjoying your weekend or out with your family, and people see that side of you.
It's stuff that people would want to see on the feed to show that you're a real person, essentially. Because you can't have social selling without the social elements. I always say that. Without the social, there's no social selling. You're just selling, and when you just sell without any approach or strategy, you all know how well that can go. So our next example we've got here is lead magnets, which actually bring value. So our lead magnets are essentially, the white papers of researches, the studies that we do. And in order to bring value, what we do is ensure that it's kind of revolved around a problem that the clients might be having, essentially. So we kind of want to get them to show their hand a bit, don't we?
Yeah. So we have quite a few PDFs and lead magnets that we put out on our socials. We do have one currently that is the PDF with the top 100 hashtags. This is a great one because in our world, in the office, everyone knows about hashtags.
Yeah.
But it's such a small thing for us, but it's such a big thing for other people. So whatever business you're in, if you have something that you know so well and you expect everyone else to know, breaking that up into a PDF or even in your content is brilliant to get out there.
Exactly. And if you are, delivering these research papers or these hashtags, like you said, the people who want to see those hashtags are people who are probably struggling with using them to begin with, or they want to use them in a better way. So, I actually want to see what the top, 100 hashtags are, and they'll click on them, take a look, and go, okay, that's good information relevant to me. And then we know now that that's what they're interested in. So then we can tailor our offering that way. Yeah,
it's like you said, they show your hand to you. So then when you have that initial conversation with them, it's a warm conversation already. So you can pop them a message saying, did you need any more information regarding the top 100 hashtags and how to put them into your content?
Yeah, it's chasing up the lead magnet with what the lead magnet says. Because a lot of the time people will post like, oh, we did a research study. I'm like, that's great. And then they'll approach them with like a different complete offering. Or maybe it's a new offering they've been told to push. But it has nothing to do with the lead magnet they've been given. So say, oh yeah, did you really enjoy the hashtags one? Great, want to buy a pizza?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. And our final example here is multi-threading. So multi-threading is essentially a way of connecting to the high exec level. So CEOs, your managing directors, they're not going to connect with just anyone, are they?
No. So we get it all the time. A lot of people, a lot of big businesses and CEOs, they want to connect with other CAOs and other directors, but even connecting with the assistants, even the managing director, if they're a bigger company, then getting into that conversation initially and being known by everyone else, then you might pop up in a meeting and then you might get that.
Yeah, if you've connected with a few members of the office and they're talking about you, you're talking about your content, then when, as time goes on, the CEO will be like, oh, I've seen your name pop up a few times, I've seen your face pop up a few times on people's screens as well. I'll connect with you and we'll talk and have a conversation. That's how you reach those executive level people, because you can't just immediately send them a connection request, with no note, being like, hey, just connect with me. They're not going to do it.
They'll probably decline you.
Yeah, they get requests like that constantly. So you want to make sure that you are being well known in your office, in your industry.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, it was quite a quick recap since our last talk. We talked about a bit more, but this happens. It is a live show after all. I want to say hi to everyone at home. If you have any questions about social selling and you need more examples, just let us know in the comments, or you can email us at hi@maverrik.com. Other than that, though, you can join us next Wednesday for our next show, and I'll see you there, Josh.
See you later.